Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Thato Fox and this is Thato Fox Express Train Darling. I said that really fast. This is Thato Fox Express Train Darling, and if you don't know, now you know, darling. So guys, what's in today's tutorial? We're on the Thato Fox Express train and we are going somewhere fabulous. We're going somewhere happy. So buckle in, take a seat. Today we're doing a Q&A. So what I did is I asked guys on Instagram, guys, what do you guys want to know about me? Is there anything you guys want to know? And I got a crap load of questions. So I'm gonna do my face, I'm gonna get ready. Whilst I answer the questions. Okay? So let's get into it. Grab your drink. Oh, you didn't think she was here? Oh no, honey. She's always going to be here. Grab your drink. Take a seat. Buckle in for the express and let's get into it. Right guys, I'm going to be using the palette from Revolution, and this is a talkity talk video. If you guys are not interested in me talking, don't watch this video. Go to the next one. Okay, I'm talking a lot. So the first question I got was, do I like Burger King or McDonald's? I am totally a McDonald's girl. Burger King, for me, the burgers are a little bit dry, so I like McDonald's. I like myself a quarter pounder deluxe meal, or if I'm not getting a quarter pounder deluxe, I am getting a Big Mac extra sauce. Nothing beats a juicy burger. So Big Mac extra sauce. Sometimes when I'm really hungry, I get 6 nuggets on the side with the jalapeno sauce. It goes down. It's good, right? So that's the first question. The second question is, how do you find being in an interracial relationship, especially when coming to families and so on? Being in an interracial relationship is different. We are very different culturally. I'm South African black, and I've got a lot of South African black tendencies, and he's got a lot of Scottish white tendencies. But the most important thing is we're both open and we both love each other's differences. We are totally different but totally the same. Our families were also very open and very kind. Scott's family is amazing. He's got amazing daughters. Scott's family has been amazing. I've got no complaints. My family's been really great with Scott also. My sister is married to a white guy, so my family is already used to the whole black girl, white guy. They're not fazed by that. So yeah, I genuinely think South Africans are very friendly people and don't have a lot of issues. Especially black South Africans, we are very open. So when they met Scott, they were like, they loved him. And plus Scott is a very nice guy, so I might say he's a very nice guy. So I mean, there were no issues. We all got along. And yeah. What advice can you give a sister who is thinking of starting a YouTube channel? What advice? My advice is be you. Nothing and no one can ever be anybody else but you. No one can imitate you. No one can steal you. No one can pretend to be you. No one can fade. No one can be you like you. Okay, so my advice is, if you're gonna start a YouTube channel, be authentically yourself, and the rest will follow. If people don't like you, people don't like you. People love you, people love you. And most of the time, if you're genuine and you are who you are meant to be, and you're genuine, people fall in love with that. People don't like people who are fake, and people don't like people who are trying to be something they're not. So my advice is be you. Why am I talking with my hands like that? I don't know. And my second advice is, just keep pushing. So you've got 2 followers, you've got 1 view. You feel like, am I ever going to get to a place where there are enough followers and enough views? You will. You just have to be consistent, and you have to be relevant, and you always have to be in people's faces with your videos. Be you, be consistent, be genuine. Don't let the fact that you got 1 or 2, 500, 300 followers get you down. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Am I multilingual? So the next question is, am I multilingual? I speak a little bit of Spedi. I speak mostly Tswana. I can hear isiZulu. I can hear Afrikaans, so I could say I'm multilingual, but I'm not fluent in all the languages. I've been living in Fourways since I was 3 years old. So my primary language is English, but I did learn Sesotho, Sepedi, Sezulu, Afrikaans. I did try and learn those languages, and I think I'm multilingual. Some multilingual. Some people will probably say I'm not, because they're fluent. But do we care what people think? No. Do I have siblings? So I do have siblings. I have I've got a sister. I've got an older sister. She is 4 years older than me. Her name is Phyllis, which is a very weird name, we know, but we love it. It's unique. It's her name. I've got an older sister called Phyllis, and she's a doctor. She is literally my sanity. Literally, if I'm talking out the side of my neck, if I'm going crazy, if I need some guidance and advice, I'll go to my sister. My sister is the bomb.com. Plus, she's my doctor. If I feel sick, I'll go to my sister. My sister's probably the best doctor you'll ever meet. The best doctor. My sister's diagnosed everything every sickness I've ever had before I was diagnosed by hospitals, by specialists. My sister diagnosed me. My sister's the best doctor I will ever meet, and I'm being biased, but I don't care. My sister is probably the best, and also my sister's probably the kindest person you'll ever meet. Kind, smart, beautiful. You guys should meet my sister. She's amazing. I've got a brother. And we've got different moms, but he's an amazing guy. He's a priest. Can you believe I have a priest brother? I've got a priest brother. His name is Roy. I don't know why everybody else got white names, but I don't have a white name. I've got a white name as my second name, but my first name is black. My first name is Thato, but everybody else got my name. And I have an older sister called Tibiso. So the next question is, what is the most embarrassing thing someone ever caught you doing? The one time, this will probably be a story time one day. The one time I wanted to check if an ex-boyfriend was cheating on me, so we drove to his house in the dark. Me and my friend, we drove in the dark, and we waited outside his yard, like around the corner, like in the corner we waited. And then whilst we were waiting, we were like, where's this guy? Is he coming home? What's the deal? What's the story? Then he drove up behind us and saw us parked there, and he stopped the car, and then me and my friend, like, we tried to go like slide down in the seats, and he got out of the car and went to the window and knocked on the window, like, and we pretended like we weren't in the car. We were, and he was like, are you guys crazy? What the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing? And we pretended like we were not there. We actually started the car and drove off with him standing in the middle of the road. That is the most embarrassing thing I ever did. That is embarrassing. Being caught whilst trying to sneak up. Oh, girl, bah. Embarrassing. Why did you close your restaurant? Okay, so I used to own a patisserie, right? In the middle of town. It was actually by the there's like a banking district, so it's like FNB, there's like Nedbank, Standard Bank, so they're all on one street, Simmons Street, and I used to have a patisserie just on the end of Simmons Street. The reason why I closed my patisserie is because it was a wrong area. I used to have pastries and cupcakes and boutique like things, and that area, those people wanted scones and a slice of cake, and they didn't want to spend 30 rand on one cupcake. They wanted to spend 2 rand on a cupcake. They wanted to buy a bucket of scones, and that wasn't the market that we were trying to go into. So we didn't make a lot of money because we were in the wrong area. So that's why I closed the shop. That's why I closed the patisserie. Miguel, how did you meet your husband, Uli? How did you meet your husband, Uliko Scotland? You guys are super adorable. Thank you. I met my husband on Tinder. Guys. He was in the country on holiday, and I was at home. And I swiped right. He swiped right. We had a chat, and I liked him. He asked me to meet him for lunch, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna meet him. I drove to go meet him. I drove to Sun City, and I met him, and it was the best decision I ever made. So I met my husband on Tinder, not in Scotland. How did my husband propose? Okay, so someone also asked how did we meet, but how did he propose? My husband proposed. We went to a park. So he told me that we're going to go view a house. We were looking for houses in London. He told me that we're going to go view some beautiful houses, and we're going to take a walk in a park. And I was like, okay. We got to Richmond Park, and Richmond Park overlooks the River Thames. And when we got there and we were taking a walk, I can see that this guy is like distracted and he's calling people, and I'm like, what's going on? And then eventually we start walking down the stairs, and I can see there's this lady with a guitar who's singing a song. And I'm like, what's going on? There's like a picnic, and when I listen to what this woman is singing, she's singing the song me and him really love. And then my husband like left my hand, just holding my hand, left my hand, picked up placards, and on these placards he was saying like all these amazing things, like you're the love of my life, you know, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And then he took out this ring and asked me to marry him, and I said yes. And we sat on the park and we drank champagne and had pastries. It was beautiful for me. It was the best. It was just him and I. It was beautiful. And that's how he proposed. And my husband is the most romantic human being you'll ever meet. He's romantic. I'm actually a failure. I don't know how to buy gifts. I don't know how to be romantic. My husband taught me how to be romantic because he is Yinja. And then she also said, by the way, I love you. I love you too, Siviwe. I love you too. Okay, I put on my lashes and I think I'm done with the eyes. I don't want that dramatic look on my eyes, and this is like an everyday glam. Anyway, Mercy love, can I take you out for lunch? Shit, I'll take a free meal any day. You wanna buy me food? I won't lie, because I used to be a chef. I'm quite a picky person to buy food for, but we can do this. You can buy me lunch anytime. So someone says, had you always had it perfect in life? Because your life is like my dream. I never had it perfect. My life is still not perfect. If my life is perfect, I would have my son and my husband in one place. But my life is not perfect. I went through the fire. I went through the fire before I met my husband. Everybody who knows me knows how hectic my life was before I met my husband. I have seen it all. I've struggled. I've experienced a lot of pain in my life. So no, my life is not perfect. My life is better than what it used to be. But my life is definitely not perfect, and there are definitely things that I would like to change, and I think people should also appreciate what they have, you know. If you knew half of the things that I have been through, you probably wouldn't want to have my life. My story was difficult. My story wasn't easy. I went through the fire. I went through flames. I was baptized by the fire before I got to where my life is plateaued. Advice for you is, don't look at my life and think that you want my life. Hey, you're asking for pain. How many siblings do you have? What drives you to get out of bed every day? What drives me to get out of bed every day is that I love what I do. I love what I do. I love beauty. I love makeup. I love hair. I want to better myself. I want the best for my family. I want the best for my kids. I want the best for myself. So what makes me wake up in the morning? It's the love of what I do, and the vision that I have for myself. So what I see myself doing in the next 20 years, that's what makes me wake up in the morning and be like, yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I love. I don't feel like it's a job. I don't feel like I'm working. Shit. How am I working? How am I working? This for me does not feel like a job. And that's why I love it. Seeing people's face whenever I do someone's makeup and seeing their face. I love doing people who've never worn makeup, people who've never worn makeup and are doing it for special events. I love that. I love seeing people's reactions and seeing how they light up and how they see themselves. I love that, and that's what makes me wake up in the morning, the love of my job. I don't have a question, but I have mega love for your YouTube channel, youarethebomb.com. Thank you. What's the age gap between you and your husband? The age gap between us, I don't know, must have calculated. 19 years. 19, you know, now that you guys are asking me that, I'm like, whoa, there's a 19 years age gap. But there's a 19-year physical age gap. But what do I actually feel like when I'm with my husband? I feel like I'm the older one because I feel more mature than him. Okay, so don't ask me that question again. What were you doing in your previous job, and what was your previous profession? Before that, I actually was a project. I've got a degree in, I've got a diploma in project management. I've got a half a degree. I got 3 quarters degree in law. Before that, I was an owner. I owned a patisserie. That's what my previous profession was. I was a chef in a patisserie. One of your giveaways, can you actually have like a thing where we can go out for lunch with you? Guys, who wants to eat with me? I don't. Anybody wants to spend time with me, yo? Y'all don't want to spend time with me, yo? Really? And I'm awkward in real life. Like, I'm probably the most. I try not to be awkward. I really try not to be awkward, but I'm awkward. I don't know what to say when I bump into people that I know or who know me. I'm awkward, so I don't know what you guys. I don't know how a lunch meeting was going to turn out. I think maybe I need to have a couple drinks before I meet up with somebody, because words fail me when I meet people that know me. Like, literally, I'm hi. Which tribe are you? I'm Betty. Pukubie is my surname. Yeah, somebody asked if Fox is my real surname. No, Fox is not my surname. Pukubie is my surname, and Pukubie can either be translated into Fox or Jackalas. Jackalas. Are you black? Am I black? What color do I look? Am I black? All I'm finna know is where them hunters drive. People finna cut your check. Girl, they finna cut my check. They finna cut my check. They're playing with me, yo. I'm gonna stop drinking it, I promise you. I'm gonna stop drinking it because I've been touched to us. You said you are Betty, so I would love to know, Omo Betty, from where and where were you born? I was born at Florence Nightingale Hospital in Joburg. Omo Betty, Otong Potokwa. Okay, that's where my family comes from. That's how Betty I am. Favorite perfumes. I'm a perfume collector, YouTuber, and I'm always curious about that. My favorite perfumes. I'm really enjoying the Valentino. The Flower Bomb by Victor Rolf, that's also really good. Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, beautiful. Dolce & Gabbana Light, love it. Bulgari does some nice perfume, but I like their glasses more than I love their perfumes. Just saying. Are you close to your stepdaughter? Do you have a relationship with her? So I've got stepdaughters, and there are 2 of them. I am close to both of them. I also got a really good relationship with their mom. My stepdaughters have got very strong personalities, and we've been blessed enough to have my husband, or their dad, who has been a really good catalyst in making sure that we all got along and we were all in good spaces. Yeah, I mean, I got 2 beautiful, smart, amazing stepdaughters. It wasn't easy, but we work hard every single day to make sure that our relationships are on point, and that we understand each other. My husband has been a great guy at making sure that we all get along, and they're also easy to get along with. These kids are great kids. Anybody who meets my stepdaughters will know that they are easy to get along with. If not, you would be some kind of miserable person if you don't know how to get along with those kids, because they are the nicest, sweetest kids you'll ever meet. Thanks everybody who asked questions. I really enjoyed speaking to you guys, sharing a bit more about myself, who I am, and what I love to do. you guys are definitely the bomb.com. I'm not feeling like myself. If I didn't come across as happy, chappy, lovely Thato Fox you guys are used to, it's because I'm a bit under the weather, but I had to make sure the video is out for Sunday. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks everybody for subscribing. Love, like, subscribe, comment. You guys are the bomb.